Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz here with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz. Now, Corrales, we're seeing some warm weather, which I normally like, but in January, I feel really weird about it.
Don't worry, I know. Yeah, today is a little bit more mild than we normally are for this time of year. We saw a few spotty showers here or there, but no, nothing severe like we saw earlier this week. We are going to be cooler, though, to end the week. Right now, we're still sitting at 60 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a light wind coming in from the east. There's actually a cold front that's going to be pushing on through, and that's going to bring us just some spotty rain chances. Here's a look at what we're seeing on the radar, which is not a whole lot. It's just scattered about in parts of southwest, southeast Arkansas, light drizzle here or there, but otherwise, besides a stray shower here or there, will be cloudy and cool for much of the evening. Cooler and drier by your Sunday with mild temperatures into the forecast for next week. I'll talk more about that and when we can see our next round of some showers and storms coming up.
All right, thanks, Corrales. Now tonight, we are learning more about a shooting that we first told you about last night at 10. Little Rock police are currently investigating a shooting on Stagecoach Road. Here's what we know right now. Police say that just before 7 on Friday, they responded to a call at 9400 Stagecoach Road. That's where officers say they found a man with a gunshot wound. He later died at the scene. At this time, police have not shared the name of the victim or made any arrests in connection to the crime. U.S. Marshals have now joined the search for a 15-year-old wanted in last month's homicide at Big Country Chateau. The person you see here, 15-year-old Tyler Bland, is wanted for capital murder. If you know where he is or have any information that could be helpful, you're asked to call police. Now remember, you can stay anonymous. In developing news tonight, a deadly plane crash that happened yesterday in South Fayetteville just before 6 p.m. The crash claimed the life of the pilot, 43-year-old Louis Brandt Barnes of Tawnytown. Barnes was the only person in the plane. It's believed that Barnes took off from Fayetteville Municipal Airport in his small Bonanza plane. That's when he headed to Stuttgart Municipal Airport east of Little Rock. He was headed back to Drakefield when the plane went down. Washington County Sheriff detectives, the NTSB, and the FAA are currently investigating the deadly crash. And now to another historic event tonight. After more than a dozen votes over the past several days, the House of Representatives finally has a new speaker. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy was sworn in as speaker following 15 rounds of voting. McCarthy had to flip the votes of more than a dozen other Republicans to give him the majority he needed. McCarthy claimed the speaker's gavel just after midnight, culminating 4 days of disarray and dissension in the chamber not seen since the Civil War.
And now the hard work begins. What we do here today, next week, next month, next year, will set the tone for everything that follows.
The night ended with newly elected members of Congress finally being sworn in, but a debate and vote on a rules package was delayed until Monday. New at 6 tonight, Governor-elect Sarah Huckabee Sanders is kicking off a series of inaugural events. Dozens of supporters gathering at the hall this afternoon to help Sanders and her family prepare for her new role as governor of Arkansas. THV 11's Frederick Price has more.
Yeah, the Freedom Fest, of course, the beginning of several events leading into the inaugural address and swearing in of Governor-elect Sarah Sanders. The people here happy she's making history as the first female governor, also want her to tackle some big issues impacting their families.
Before Governor-elect Sarah Huckabee Sanders takes on the role as Arkansas's 47th governor, she's spending much of Saturday greeting supporters and looking ahead.
I tell people all the time I want to be the chief salesperson of Arkansas.
Katie Hand among the dozens here, saying this inauguration will be significant in more ways than one.
I'm very excited that Sarah's the first female governor. I think it's very neat that she's the second governor in her family.
Education, one of the many topics Sanders focused on during her campaign trail.
I think education is the key to our children's future.
A mother of 5 and even a child of a teacher, Hand says education is a topic that hits home and impacts her family.
I've seen the incredible impact a good education can have on a child, and we really need to focus on that here in Arkansas.
Huckabee Sanders following in her father, Governor Mike Huckabee's footsteps as the state's next leader. Supporting his daughter in this historical moment for the state, Huckabee appearing on stage.
So today is a Freedom Fest to celebrate the freedom and the liberties we have in this country.
Joining in and playing with the rock band Capital Offense. The event serving as a reminder for Hand's daughters who are inspired by the governor-elect's dedication to become the state's first female governor.
Having my young girls watch that and just see kind of this starstruck looks in their eyes, that has been incredible for me.
In Little Rock, Frederick Price, THV 11 News.
All right, thank you, Frederick. Now, Monday night, on THV 11, the governor-elect will lay out her agenda for her first 100 days as governor. That kicks off our coverage of the Sanders inauguration. That'll start on Tuesday at noon on THV 11. So please plan to join us for this historic moment in Arkansas. Former Razorback star and NFL Pro Bowler Peyton Hillis is improving after saving his kids from drowning. That's according to a tweet from the Razorback football team. A 911 call Thursday over in Pensacola Beach, Florida, reported swimmers in distress. Officials say when they got to the scene, they found 4 people who had already been rescued on shore and 1 person still in the water. That person still in the water had actually saved the 4 people on shore.
What makes the story a little bit more unique is that the person that was in the water was actually someone who had provided assistance to the 4 swimmers that were in distress, and were able to bring them back in using a flotation device that resembles either a boogie board or a surfboard.
Now, officials couldn't confirm this person was Hillis, but we do know the Conway native is in the hospital right now. And as of the last report from the Razorback Athletic Department, Hillis is, quote, doing better after his heroic act saving his family. There is also a new and hopeful update on Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin's condition. This after his shocking collapse on the field just days ago. Tonight, fans are preparing to root for victory on the field and for Hamlin's recovery. Christian Benavides has the story.
Damar Hamlin's Buffalo Bills are set to take the field Sunday for the first time since the star safety collapsed and had to be resuscitated. The Bills will face their AFC rival, the New England Patriots.
We just kind of hope that we take this energy. I can't imagine what the energy in this stadium is going to be.
During Monday's game against the Cincinnati Bengals, Hamlin's heart stopped after what appeared to be a routine tackle.
My heart broke. And I was terrified for his family, and I still am getting teary about it.
The Bills tweeted an update Saturday saying doctors see continued progress in Hamlin, but he remains in critical condition. They say the 24-year-old player is breathing on his own and that his neurological function is excellent.
Like the doctors told him, you did win, you won the game of life.
Hamlin appeared on a brief video call with his teammates on Friday.
To see him smile, see him go like this in the camera, it was everything.
As the community unifies to rally around Hamlin, Buffalo has come together to grapple with adversity in recent months. Last year, Bills players answered the call by bringing food to mourners after the mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket.
And in December, Bills and residents dug out of a massive and deadly winter storm.
They've been there for us, we've been there for them, and we needed to be there for them even more.
Commissioner Roger Goodell announced that this weekend all NFL teams will wear Love for Damar 3 t-shirts during pre-game warm-ups. Christian Benavides, CBS News.